Welcome back to Channel Sport this morning. We have a guest in the studio now. I'm talking about Wilfred Umonga from City FM, the sports anchor. Wilfred, it's great to have you on the show.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here, and it's a pleasure. Good to see you guys. A few days to the AFCON tournament. We can't wait.
I know you. I'm even surprised you've been able to
still around.
No, yeah, that you're still around. You've been able to crack, smile despite the disappointment of last night. But we're not going to talk about that. Let's just pause and talk about the Falcons, and let's talk about table tennis.
Yeah, we have some Nigerian teenagers that have qualified for the ITTF World Hopes Challenge. For these youngsters, it's a remarkable one for him because Taiwo Manti, and he was the one who kind of make the mark in Morocco at the junior circuit. And of course, that's the reason they were able to qualify. Usman Kolawan is another player who also, Sadiat Akim also make the country proud at the ITTF African Hopes Challenge that they can Kinshasa. So because of this, they've qualified for the World Challenge. You see the pictures of these youngsters there, being able to get something really remarkable, for this under-12 event. Fantastic.
It's always good to Cecilia, hear new names, because these are the guys that we expect to eventually take over from the likes of Arna Quadri and Funke Oshanaikan. The likes have been playing for a long time. Exactly. So fantastic achievements for these youngsters. Will be going to Oman for this ITTF Hopes Challenge. It's all about building for the future. So congratulations to them. Okay, now let's come back and talk about the FIFA Women's World Cup. That's what's gotten everyone talking. Nigeria was in action yesterday. South Africa was in action yesterday as well, too. Let's get confirmation of the results from those matches. That's in Group A. And in Group B, Nigeria took on France. We thought it was going to be the toughest matchup for the Super Falcons. It turned out to be so, but the Falcons, were very gallant, eventually losing by a lone goal. The other matchup in that group saw South Korea lose 1-2 against Norway. Norway have done enough to advance into the next round. And
Group B, results from
Group B. All right, then China, Spain, goalless, while South Africa suffered the biggest loss of this competition, losing by 0-4 against Germany. It hasn't come as a surprise to anyone. The Germans, we said it yesterday, one of the the better sides in women's football. South Africa, for me, I think it's been a decent competition for them. Learning curve is their debut. I don't think they've been disgraced that much. Right?
Not really.
Not really.
Wow, 4-0 disgrace. We've lost 8-0 in this competition.
In our debut, right?
Their football was still not.
Yeah, but that was Nigeria's debut.
But we've lost 8-0. So, I mean,
against Norway.
Yeah, against Norway.
8 or 7.
8, that was 8. It's been many years, about 2 decades. And funny enough, we lost 3-0 at this competition against Norway. So if you're losing 4-0 against Germany, come on, I think it's cool. It's not too bad.
Really cool. Okay, now before we talk about, we'll go back to South Africa. But then before we go back to South Africa, let's talk about the one that's getting everyone talking. That's for Nigeria, of course, the Falcons, Super Falcons of Nigeria. It was I think I would say the best defensive display, so to speak, in a long time. And then wasn't good enough. That didn't give them the points or the victory they needed in this one.
Yeah, they knew, obviously they wanted to prove a point in this one, and they did just that. Let's give them kudos. This is the same team that they lost 8-0 to. That was about a year ago. And facing the same side.
Let me put it in a context. At that time, Nigeria hasn't kicked a ball in more than 1 year. So you understand, there was a new coach coming in.
That was Thomas Dennerby's first game in charge of the Super Falcons. And let me correct something here. The commentator yesterday, speaking about when Nigeria did not play a game for a whole year, said it was because of pay disputes. Those are the wrong information that filtered to these guys, which is very, very wrong. We know it's not about pay dispute. Yes, the pay dispute happened after the Cameroon tournament when the Super Falcons refused to leave the hotel, but that wasn't the reason they didn't play for 1 year. So that's aside. Okay. But for yesterday's...
Let's talk about the game itself. Fantastic for me, rare guard action. And was working, going according to plan until this happened. When the Reina stepped up, a penalty. First of all, was that a penalty for me?
Yes, it was.
Really?
Yes, it was.
Well, because there was a little push from
not just
Iberi.
the push. She kicked her.
No, she actually kicked the ball. She didn't kick her. She kicked the ball. It was a little.
No, but
push
she
from the
got.
back.
Come on, she kicked the player behind
So
the thigh.
for you, that was a clear-cut penalty.
Any day, any time.
Okay.
The moment the referee went to look at the VAR,
okay.
I said, "Oh no, this is a penalty."
Oh no.
It was glaring.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So yes, that was a penalty.
Okay, so that aside now. Now
Well,
let's
it's
talk
debatable,
about.
right? Okay,
No, that's not even
That's
debatable.
not what he's saying. He's saying it's a
not
clear-cut
debatable.
penalty. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
The retake and the French
talk about
lady.
Good.
the other
That's
one.
where we could now go. Now, at the start of this competition, I've noticed that all the penalties that have been taken, the referees always go to the goalkeepers to remind them.
Yep.
Your foot, at least one foot
one
must
couldn't
be on the line.
Yeah.
And it mustn't be at the middle. At any point of the line, it has to be there when the kick is taken. Chiamaka obviously did not understand. I wonder maybe the referee's English is not fantastic.
No, it's possible she did. You know, it's hard. You know, it's a new rule.
Oh,
this is our first time.
Come on.
You know, have
Do you know when
been,
these rules?
Have you ever been in a situation where you're not thinking? You're not thinking, just like
Cecilia,
that impulse.
These rules were made public since when? Sometime around March this year.
What I'm saying, this is
it came into effect in June. Now, if you're preparing for a tournament, thank you. If you're preparing for a tournament, it's your job. You should know
Was it
these
used
things.
at Waffle?
You should know this.
No. What I'm saying is,
So that's what I'm saying.
rules
This
keep
is a
changing.
I'm not.
Cecilia, what does first
my
time?
point is,
I don't think it's an
saying-
excuse. Unless you want to blame the coaching crew, who probably did not inform them or remind them about these rules
AFCON is coming,
during
right?
training.
You're going to see a lot of this.
No, of course it will keep
That's
happening.
what I'm saying. I'm not blaming her. No, I'm just saying that the reason why she moved is the impulse or something. I mean, you're used to acting this way. And suddenly, and they're telling you on the spot, do not
It shouldn't be
move.
on the spot.
Come on.
That's
It's
what I was saying.
difficult.
The rules have been in effect for
That's what I'm
a
saying.
while.
Cecilia.
Has she done it before?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Next time, so cut her some slack.
No one is
No,
blaming
we have to cut her
That's
some
what,
slack.
that's what he did. He said the keeper even had to go and the referee.
I'm not saying that I'm blaming her. What I'm saying is she should have been aware of that. I know
Because she knows.
impulse. Normally, many goalkeepers jump out of the
That's
line
it,
to
that's
narrow
it.
the angle.
Impulse, that's what I'm
Absolutely.
That was
saying.
exactly what she did. And she didn't even do it somewhat. It took VAR to even spot that she actually stepped out of the line.
True.
Ordinarily, the referee probably would not have
missed it,
Would have missed it. So she did very well. That means she probably knew, but did not do it properly. But that aside, the retake. Now, big question, if that ball had gone in, would we have had a situation of a retake?
No, the
It's a
goal would
no.
have stood. That's
It would have
according to
stood.
rules.
The laws are clear. Yeah, the rule
Yeah,
says
it's clear
if
on
the
it.
ball goes into the net, it's a goal.
Advantage.
Fine.
Yep.
But
I'm not like
Renner missed it, and there's a retake.
Retake, yeah.
Now, at the retake, a lot of French players were also encroaching.
Thank you. Why not?
So FIFA, they are not particular about
As long as
players
it's a
encroaching
goal.
because anytime a penalty is taken, we see players encroach.
But
Because
the new rule says
No.
players shouldn't.
the rule has always been players should not encroach.
Okay, so why wasn't
That
it
has-
retake? Why we're doing retake?
That means all the penalties we've seen in the world probably would be
Precisely,
retaken.
because of the new rule. That's what I'm saying.
No,
If
no,
you
no.
have-
The old
See,
rule
if
even
you
says
put all
that you
this-
should not encroach.
We know.
It's
This
always
is
been
not
there.
part of the new rule.
Yeah, it's always been there. Now, if you are enforcing the new rule, keeper do not move, do not step out.
Yeah.
Now, enforce everything.
That's
VAR should
good.
have spotted the fact that these French players moved, and they would have taken it again. Maybe we'll keep taking it until everybody's getting it right.
Cecilia's
the way it
point
is.
is the
Follow
fact
it to
that
the
a lot of
letter.
these
If
guys,
you're following the rules strictly, then you have to follow it.
they're not just
Follow.
consistent with applying
That's
the
the
rules.
thing.
That's what
That's exactly where I was
follow it. Let the
going.
application be
FIFA are not
fair.
being consistent.
Or you tear
because
it and
we
throw
see
it
these
out.
things happen every time. Players keep encroaching. I'm sorry to say, we've even seen it in the MPFL where some players will even advance further
do a
than
rebound.
no further than the taker,
really.
penalty taker. So
funny.
these things are very funny and it's happening very often. So FIFA should be very consistent with their rules. If you're telling goalkeepers not to step out, same time, when players are encroaching, you need to do something about
make
it.
the call.
Because
Right.
yesterday, a lot of Nigerians felt aggrieved
Of
that
course.
yes,
Understandable.
and some are even saying that she stepped out the second time. The VAR didn't bother checking because it
It's
went
a goal,
into the
yeah,
net.
that
So
counts.
hey,
Yeah,
advantage.
that's the rules.
Simple.
Oh, well,
There's a
that's-
quote,
that-
coming from
from Dennerby.
Dennerby.
Thomas Dennerby. Cecilia,
He
you
was
put that
very
in my
angry.
head.
That press conference
By comparing this to, just before
lasted
we came on
less
set,
than 2 minutes, the press conference. And the first question was, your thoughts about the penalty? He says, no, he doesn't want to talk about it. Then I've forgotten what the second question was. Then he answered just in few seconds. And
let's get the quote now, a very short one. Cecilia, you can understand, is a very, obviously, was very, very unhappy after the outcome of yesterday's game.
And he says, of course, I'm disappointed with the result. France are a really good team. I feel so sorry because the girls were fighting so well and we followed the match plan.
And that was all.
What's going according
He didn't say any other thing.
It was going according to plan.
No,
it was supposed to be a point, at least from this game.
It was. I have issues with the way the Super Falcons set up, especially in midfield.
What issues now?
Yeah, in the first 2 games, you look at the central midfielders.
Right.
Whenever they get the ball, what are they trying to do? Balloon it or look for their strikers.
They
were always
doing
that. No, I'm coming back to that particular game. I'm coming back to that France game. Now, whenever they do that, 2 things. Most times they lose the ball. They don't find the target, and they end up chasing the ball because the opponent will get to attack. So you're losing the ball in very critical area of play, which is the midfield. Now, yesterday's game, Rita Chikwelu kept doing the same thing. Halima Tainde looked better. Good that she came in for Chinaza Uchendu. But you now have to look at Ngozi Okobi. It's actually her role to throw those passes. She wasn't doing that. So maybe Rita Chikwelu was now forced to do that. She was guilty of giving away possession. As at 26th minute, we had given away possession 47 times.
Yeah, I counted 51. That's where I ended.
That was, I'm sorry, that was appalling. So you could even say that the French side were not at their best. And that's why Nigeria could get away with just a single goal defeat. But kudos to the defense. They looked better. Their shape was quite good.
I don't recall them giving away too many chances.
Chidima Okeke was just brilliant. And Onomebi, of course, after that first,
she stepped up.
She stepped up and she was able to manage it. You know what? Let's get reactions from fans in Abuja who watched the games live. And of course, they watched the game live. They were really proud of what the Super Falcons did on the night.
I think I'm a little heartbroken because our girls fought very hard. And finishing the match with 10 women against 11 didn't help matters. But overall, I'm very proud of the Nigerian Falcons this night.
I think it was very nice, the game, because we know that Nigeria still has a chance to be qualified for the knockout phase. I'm happy France won, obviously. I'm happy we qualified. But anyway, Nigeria still can be qualified.
Even though it didn't favor us, but it's a game. It's a game that I enjoyed very well. The girls played very well, but the goal didn't come. So what we need to do is just to come back home, go back to our drawing board and see how we can get more skillful players to do what we can do for the next World Cup.
The girls gave a good account of themselves, but it's unfortunate we're caught by the new FIFA rules. Rules are rules. You have to stick by them.
All right. Good performance, but then it's not the end of the road, really. We have to wait till Friday. Yes.
Tell us about that glimmer of hope.
I don't have a calculator.
So let's start. Let's start with...
Because we know Nigeria's
Let's start with...
so Nigeria has 3 points.
Argentina and New Zealand. We'll start with that one. Maybe Argentina win as much as 3 or 4 goals. Then you also have Cameroon. Beating New Zealand.
Thailand. No, Cameroon play New Zealand. Chile play Thailand. Chile obviously would win. And if they score many goals, they could leapfrog Nigeria already. So the guys, when you look
at... Can it just be goalless over there?
When you look at the 3rd place teams, only Chile and Cameroon are in 5 and 6. So Argentina, Nigeria in that order. So Nigeria still in 3rd place. So they will be monitoring the games involving Chile and that's Cameroon.
Hours.
Now, Cameroon, New Zealand could end in a draw, but whoever wins it would get 3 points. So what it means is that that person also comes into this bracket.
That's what I'm saying.
They are not presently there.
The other ones can have draws. I mean,
Chile, obviously, I see them leapfrogging Nigeria. So it's about, I think they will, and they will get above Nigeria. It's now about the other guys. There's a Scotland. Scotland are on 0 points.
Against Argentina.
Now, if they get to win, what it means is that they move up to 3 points also. Now, it depends on the margin.
Yeah.
There are a few other teams, I think, okay, you've mentioned New Zealand. A few other teams are also in the mix. So in all, it's a long wait, basically, because we are in Group A, so we now have to wait for all the other groups to play. Now, the women would wake up, they don't know if they are going to train, they don't know what their fate is.
They need to keep
really?
training.
You think so? Anyway, they will train. I expect them to, but at the end of it, it's that there's a slim hope, but I still have this feeling that Nigeria will sneak into the round of 16. But even if we do, we have a Germany waiting.
Yeah, well,
and even if we escape Germany, there's an Italy group.
Why?
Yeah, Italy or Brazil.
We can easily beat Italy, forget it. I mean, highest we play goalless, they'll move to penalties, which we're very good at.
When last, when last did we beat a European team?
Doesn't matter, we beat Denmark sometime.
Why let's not just get into the round of 16? First of all,
it's a plus. I mean, for the fight against France, they deserve something.
Yeah, actually, they did
so let's
very
get into
well.
the round of 16 and we'll take it from there.
For the fact that they failed to concede more goals against France, I think that will help them get into the next round.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then. All the best to the Super Falcons as they wait for the outcome of those games. Quick one on the Banyana. They're also out. They took in Germany yesterday, 4-0.
Good debut for them.
Good debut, yeah, you said that already.
Yeah. They lost all 3 games.
Yeah.
Decent. I was listening to their coach, Desiree Ellis, and she did say that she's proud of the girls, or the women, I beg your pardon, and so... And I totally agree. The game against Germany, most of those goals shouldn't have gone in. The
mistakes, avoidable
schoolboy,
goals.
well, so you say, very minor errors here and there. Those are things that come with stage fright. So by the time the experience, once they have it, then they'll perform better in subsequent tournaments.
All right,
then.
then.
They can 8 goals conceded. They scored 1 at Gatlana, the
best player in Africa was
the golden girl, got just 1 for them. She tried to get 2 more here, but she missed 2 chances and all that, so she couldn't just add to it. But then, overall, a remarkable one for them.
Alexandria Popper with that fantastic head as well. So let's leave the FIFA Women's World Cup and let's go to Egypt. The AFCON 2019 African Cup of Nations is upon us. It's so close, and the Super Eagles have landed in Alexandria, and it looks like everything is ready. And I don't know, what are you expecting? We're playing Burundi first of all.
Then Guinea, then Madagascar.
I mean, it looks like a very, very easy group. But we know, like, football is not like that straightforward. That you have to go on the pitch and get the job done. Before we get your thoughts quickly, let's take reactions. Let's take Efe Ambrose, former, he's not former, he's still a Nigerian international, but he hasn't been called up for a long time now. He isn't speaking. We also get to listen to Victor Ikpeba. They're speaking on Nigeria's expectations for the AFCON.
Unity, the togetherness and the love, and the support from the fans, the kind of, I would say, the brand behind this team now, from the end, from the presidency down to, we'll say, the NFF, to the last person on the streets. This support is so massive. It's even bigger than what we had in 2013, because that is a really, I think that's the weapon, and I believe that's what these current Super Eagles have.
You've seen Dennerby and his team. In what areas do you think they need to improve before the competition starts?
Well, I don't think they need to improve in anything. The most important thing is for them to just go and enjoy themselves, because there's no need to put pressure on the team. And I believe the coach, that's what he has been doing, and that's what I've seen in the team. There's no pressure on the team. They have not set a goal for them. It's we that's speaking for them now. But as a player, you don't set a goal for yourself. The most important thing is take it game by game. So I believe that's what has been in the team. Even when I was there, we take it game by game and we'll see where that leads us. And at the end, you can be the African champion.
Super Eagles, Nigeria international, Efe Ambrose, and speaking on Nigeria's expectations for the AFCON. We need to go on our last break, and we'll come back. We'll get to listen to Victor Ikpeba as well, and also take the thoughts of Wilfred in the studio.